right of a man to his land is as old as the western frontier. And nowhere was this right fought for more ruthlessly than on the great Spanish rancheros. To the sons of the conquistadores, every trespasser was an invader.
You grow impatient, Senor Jeffords. I am older. My years give me patience.
I tell you, Cochise will be here.
But now at least you will agree the matter does not seem quite so urgent to him as to you.
Urgent? Don Mateo, unless the Chiricahua cattle find a new supply of water within the next 24 hours, they will die. If they die, some of the Chiricahuas will die. In my business, that's about as urgent as a thing can get.
You say this, and yet from Cochise, I hear not a word. My friend, let us be frank. It appears that he mistrusts me even more than I do him.
Look, Patron, what I find crossing our creek.
Alfredo, you should not have done this.
Has the day come when we open our land to Apaches?
Don Mateo remembers. His land was always open when the Apaches wanted it so.
Didn't you tell your vaqueros that Cochise was coming?
But I did tell you, Alfredo, did I not?
About this one, say you tell me. But not about the others who come with him.
So you shoot first. Are these your orders?
Senor, when it come to Apaches, we vaqueros do not need orders.
He means it is hard to restrain the vaqueros.
And who is chief here? If you are chief, send away your servants.
Release the others pronto.
Alfredo? Vincent.
Don Mateo, your herd has grown smaller each year. How many head do you have now, 40?
3 are with calf.
All right, 43. If you will let the Indian cattle cross your land, use the 12-month water on the other side of the rancho, Cochise will pay you 30 head.
Who can trust a bargain with Indians?
You deal with me. Apache property is held in trust by the United States government.
Alfredo?
We allow Indians to set foot on Rancho El Cantare in exchange for 30 cent cows? I would rather see us all starving in... Senorita, $1,000.
Maria, I am surprised at you.
Forgive me, Father. I do not mean to listen. I was just going for a ride.
Then go.
Father, do me the honor of introducing me to the senores.
In a Spanish hacienda, the business of men is of no concern to women.
Our business is not private, Don Mateo.
Senor, my daughter will behave as she was born to behave in the tradition of the Spanish grandees, in my tradition. Maria?
Do I look strange to you?
Maria, go for your ride.
See.
I know the fear you have for your daughter. But one day, the 30 head of cattle will belong to her.
The senorita needs no gifts from Apaches.
You will not speak for her.
Alfredo, they may use the old cattle trail through Echo Canyon.
Thank you, senor.
I think the senor forgets why he has always kept the Indians off his land, and why he has always kept off theirs.
No, what the Apaches have done to me, I do not forget.
Perhaps you saw the senorita's face. When the Indian looked at her and she at him, and the blood called to the blood.
But how can she even suspect? Ever since she was a baby, I have told her her mother was Spanish.
And does that make it safe to have Indians about? Water for the cattle is only the beginning. In the end, who is to say she will not listen to them instead of you?
I am her father.
The red man was right. El Patron grows old.
But not yet dead. Nor is Maria yet your wife.
Don Mateo, for many years I have kept your secret.
And extracted a good price for it.
And very soon now I shall ask for the final payment. You will not put off the marriage much longer.
The señorita goes with the Indians.
Where do you go?
To call the Don.
No. Call the vaqueros.
Si, señor.
We will bring her back.
We cross into Indian land?
Like Spanish soldiers, Pedro.
But the Indians did not take the señorita by force. She went to them freely, like a friend.
See, I know. And today also the Don made a friendly deal with the Indians. Everyone is friendly. Time has not yet come for me to take over the hacienda. If the Indians stop being enemies, there is no longer need to have vaqueros here. Then the time may never come.
So we make sure they stay enemies.
You know, Pedro, you should have been born a Don.
Oh, no, Alfredo. You?
I do something smarter. I die as one.
We are still rounding the muck chiefs. Some of the cattle are almost too weak to move.
They smell water. They will no longer be weak. Sorry, but you must leave.
But I have ridden so long.
At any other time, you would be welcome.
Why did you come here?
When I listened to you at the hacienda, there was something in my heart. I had to come.
Your horse is weary. You may stay until he is rested.
Thank you, Coach. May I try?
Someday, her heart will tell her the truth that her father tries to keep from her, that she belongs here.
Here?
Her mother was a Chiricahua. She was taken by the Don and became his wife. This woman, who was called Manitou, had a brother among us. He was filled with hatred for the Don. He took a war party to the hacienda. There was fighting with the vaqueros. This woman was hurt. Later, she gave birth to this one. Then she died. The Don has never forgiven us.
That's deer meat you're working on. First it is thinned out. Then it is dried in the sun so it will last a long time. You work almost as if you have done this before.
I like your village.
We are all each other's family.
Even me.
But he is not Apache.
He is my blood brother.
I have never known a family. My mother died when I was very young.
Sometimes that happens to an Apache child. On that rise, once stood the wickiup of one who was called Manitou. She too had a daughter.
Does her daughter mourn her?
Sometimes very deeply, I think.
I would like to meet her.
If you come back to our village and spend some time with us, you will, maybe. Goodbye, my child.
To the village! Alto!
Go, my child.
He wants to save his village from the vaqueros.
We want to save your lives.
Look around you, senor.
Vamos!
I know the thoughts that are in your head. It's a good thing that one is not the master of the hacienda. If he were, it would cost more than 30 head.
Go.
Maria, you are all right?
Yes, Father.
Well, where were you? What happened? What is it?
Senor, she has been with the filthy redskins.
No. I have been with the Chiricaos.
But why? Why?
You speak as if I had committed a sin. Yes, I was with the Chiricaos. I was taken to their village.
Go to your room, Maria. I will talk to you later. I must thank you, Alfredo, for bringing her back.
It was little enough. But it was not done without some risk.
I know. Always they fight for their own.
Hey, but not with Alfredo. Senor, they gave her to me. Only after we gave them a good taste of our courage. They will not forget us soon, senor. We saw them first when they were taking her to the village. There were 50 of them, 8 of us.
Where did they capture her?
On the northern border of the rancho. As we neared the village, we came upon them and shot them like rabbits. Cochise gave up, surrendered her. And now, senor, that I have rescued her and returned her to you, may I suggest to the patron About the present and the future.
Sit down, Alfredo.
Don Mateo, for many years now we have fought to keep the Indians off our rancho. But now they not only invade us with their cattle, but they kidnap your daughter. What will happen next time?
There will be no next time. You were right, Alfredo. Stop their cattle.
I have already given the order, senor. I go now to Rita Vaqueros.
Once more, I must thank you, Alfredo.
Senor, what I do for us. Pedro, put a guard on the senorita's room.
Guard? Si, senor.
Don Mateo must not talk with your daughter.
But I cannot order the Don about in his own house.
Now is the time when I give the orders. I need 1 hour, Pedro. After that, the Indians will be such enemies that nothing else will matter.
Smell of water whips them. It will be at Echo Canyon before the shadows.
I would like to be sure that they will reach the water.
Vaqueros, they are blocking Echo Canyon. I rode out before the cattle, and some of the vaqueros fired their guns at me. Told me they would not let the cattle pass. They will not stop us. We will stampede the cattle through.
No, Cochise. There will be no killing yet. We will give Don Mateo another chance. There is still time.
You are welcome in this house no longer.
You made a pact with me. Yet my cattle will be stopped at the mouth of the canyon. Why?
I do not deal with savages who come to me for help and then kidnap my daughter.
The girl told you this?
She came to the stronghold of her own free will.
Don Mateo, I know of the fear that chews on your heart. I have known it since that dark day when she who was called Manitou died and left a small child in your arms. From that day to this, I have kept your secret, just as you have kept it. Your daughter came to my village because something in her heart led her there. She did not dislike what she saw. Yet I told her nothing. Don Mateo, I do not like the secret you have made, but neither do I dishonor it.
But Alfredo, he told me...
Alfredo is a man without truth. Ask your daughter.
Come in. This way. Away. Andale.
No, senor. No one goes in.
Who dares forbid me? Pedro, remove this fool.
Now you can question your daughter, senor.
Now there is no need to question.
There's still the matter of my cattle.
Maria, come with us.
If a single animal gets through, you will answer to me!
Command the vaqueros to come down.
You command them.
I order you.
Order them. You are alone, old man.
Vaqueros, hear me. You were all born on my land. All of your lives you have eaten my bread and drunk my wine. And at night you have slept under my roof. Even you, Alfredo, have never eaten a meal that did not come from my table. Ramon, Pancho, Arnaldo, Manuel, Felipe, all of you, you are my people. Whom do you listen to now? To me, who saw you born and who fed your mother so that you remained alive, or to this mongrel who now turns on the hand that also fed him? Amigos, come down. Return to me.
I let the old fool speak. Now I speak. I am the master. You will do as I say. You will stay where you are. Once the Pembre, you are a dead man.
You will return to the hacienda. You will pack your belongings and be off of my land before I return. It is a small thing to say when a man has been given back his manhood, and yet I say it. May I offer from my heart 1,000 thanks. Maria, you must know the truth you should have known a long time ago. You belong as much in the home of the Chiricahuas as you do in the hacienda.
What does my father mean?
You are half Apache. The Chiricahua woman we spoke of. She was your mother.
My mother. I am glad to find her. But now I am of two people. Cochise, help me.
Maria has the whole tribe of Chiricahuas for a family. But he has no family but you.